Hey guys, so I'm making a video today. This video is gonna be generally about... Okay, so I guess I want to make one thing clear. I haven't made a video, I think, in quite a while. And like, one of the main reasons for that is because I find myself in moments where I can't make a video if I'm not living it. And so sometimes I'll take a pause, and it kind of sucks because I want to make videos because this is something that I enjoy doing, but it's also something like, if I can make a living out of it, like that's like really cool, because like nowadays it's like ever more possible. Obviously that's the destination, that's not the journey. I'm not trying to make these videos like, oh my gosh, hopefully, you know, someone watches it enough so that I could get 1,000 likes or whatever. It's more like, okay, like, you know, the journey is, how can I help someone else with what I know? And I don't know much, but it's like, we're in this journey together, right? And if you like, something that I'm told by just successful people is, if you want to go far, travel in a group, but if you want to go fast, just go alone. And it's like, it's so true. You know what I mean? It's like, try going to your job, try going to wherever you need to go, and try going in a hurry. It's like, yeah, you'll get far, but it's like, man, you'll be alone. There's no one to celebrate with. There's no one to give you a pat on the back. And, you know, in certain case scenarios, you don't need it. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to the gym and you're pushing yourself there, you might not, a good amount of the time, you might never get it, depending on how you grew up. You might never get that pat on the back that you want. But if I can say anything, you guys, so this video in particular, and I want to make multiple series on it, but I want to talk a little bit about discipline. So discipline as in, like, disciplines as far as us as Christians. Because you might hear the preacher say, or you might hear someone say, okay, brother, you need discipline in your life. And you're just like, okay, what do you mean? Or like, they might say, you need to have more faith. And it's like, awesome, great, I'm all for that, but what do I do? And I think these are like really important questions that I think we overlook sometimes. Not that, I mean, we overlook, and we sometimes don't understand. And I'm coming from that. I was like, okay, like, I want more faith. How do I do this? And it's like, I would read the word. I'd try to do certain things. Like, I'd try to, like, I think in high school, something I tried doing, and it was successful, and I'll explain what I mean by successful in a moment, but, you know, I would read the Bible, and then I'd read, you know, a bit of, you know, the New Testament. Then I'd be looking at like YouTube videos, like at Todd White, Lifestyle Christianity University, and then I'd be encouraged to go pray for someone, and so I'd pray for someone like in school. I'd like pray for someone in like their wrist, or like something at school, like something would be happening at school, like, or like we would have like people who don't even believe in God, I think, would come together in this group, and we would just pray. Oh, I guess they'd look at it as agnostics, right? Or maybe even as Christians who don't really know, who aren't really active in their faith. Anyways, what I mean by successful is that it proves successful is that as Christians, I think it's important to remember, and this might not apply to everyone, okay? This is my experience with it, and I want to share it with you. So please, please, please take this as a very, very grain of salt. Don't take it like to the heart, okay? But what I mean by this, by successful, is as Christians, we're meant to be scientists. in the sense of we have this theory, which is the Word of God. We have this like hypothesis. Well, no, not theory. We have this hypothesis, which is the Word of God, and then we act it out. And we have faith that God will act. But you have to be genuine. You have to be real. You have to go all out on this. Anyways, going back to the point that I'm to the topic of this video, discipline. Okay, so let's start out, and I'm gonna be giving off my experiences on this, and I would just encourage you, if it's helpful, apply it. If it's not, maybe it might help someone else, maybe not, and hope you might grow in all this. Okay, that's the hope in when I make these videos. I'm not looking for affirmation or something from someone in particular. But okay, so let's get to this. So, discipline. How do we get that as Christians? I will say this right now, and kind of going back to the main reason why I haven't been making videos is what I've been doing is I've been adding that discipline more into my life lately. And like, okay, actually, I was gonna say something, but okay, well, I guess what I want to say is, really quickly, you guys, no one is gonna know the work that you're doing. You probably might never get a pat on your back. It's a really, really lonely journey. That's my dog you're hearing. But it's a really lonely journey, in the sense of there might not be anyone physical around you. And if there is, amazing. I, on the other hand, I have not gotten that pat on the back. Like, yeah, dude, let's keep going. Let's keep praying together. Let's keep fasting together. I'm all on my own. And like at least physically. Spiritually, like today, for example, I was at the gym and the song came up. And I think the song is called War, or Bring You War, by KB, this Christian rapper. And it's amazing. It was a really cool song. But there was this part of the song where I was at the gym and I was pushing myself towards failure as far as hitting these reps in, right? Okay, because I was hitting my legs, and if you know anything about the gym, you know that leg day is the worst day. But I was striving towards failure as far as my reps. And every single rep that I did, it hurt and it hurt and it hurt, and all I could think, I gotta give it my all. This is a war that I'm fighting in, and I gotta be willing to give it my all, because I might not wake tomorrow. I might not be alive next year. So I need to make every moment count right now. And so going back to the first topic of this video, discipline, kind of like a subtopic in a way. What do I do to get discipline? Honestly, guys, I make a schedule, and make a schedule that I might not love very, very short term. Like, I won't like it short term, but long term I'll love it like crazy, marry it. And so what I mean by that is, like, for example, I'll explain to you a little bit of my schedule. So I start work like around 7. Okay. And I have to drive around like 30 minutes away from home, and I like to get there 15 minutes early to get my because what I do is I have like a Greek yogurt. I have like a Greek yogurt that I try to consume. It's like 5 servings, and I get like 80 grams of protein when I eat it. And it helps me because I have certain goals that I have in the gym, and those goals require me to have high amounts of protein and low amounts of carbs. And it's been working out really well. I don't consider this diet for everyone. Really, like, I really don't. Because it might be like a really, really bad diet. But like, I'm trying to do something because, well, doing something is better than nothing. And this diet, I want to say, is way better than just going to McDonald's every day. Way better than that. Okay. So Um, yeah, so I try to get there around 15 minutes earlier, if not way earlier than that. So I start around 7, okay? I start around 7 at my job, so I try to get there 15 minutes earlier, so I'm repeating myself. So one of my daily goals lately has been, okay, so if I gotta get there at 7, if I gotta leave the house around 6, because there's crazy traffic on I-25 here in Colorado, and I want to give myself a good amount of time to prep my food in the morning. I could have prepped it the day before, but I'd rather not, because I want it the freshest possible. So what I'll do is I'll wake up around 3:30 to 4. From there, I'll head to the gym, and I'll be there pretty much until like 4:45 to 4:50. From there, that gives me enough time to head back home, get here home like around like 5. And then from there, from 5 to 6, I'm pretty much prepping my food. And if I get the chance, I will read the Word of God. Also, I'd like to add as well, something I strive to do as well is as soon as I wake up, I pray. I try to do that. I'm not perfect on it, but I strive to because, dude, it's like, he's God. It's like he's patient on me. He's merciful on us. He constantly gives us everything we need. So it's like, I want to spend time with him and I want to get to know him. And I just want to thank him. Then it's like, you can't do that if you're not praying. Okay, so with that being said, okay, so I do that. I work from 7 to 4. Okay, and then here's something else I recently did. I recently signed up to jiu-jitsu classes. All right. Again, I don't recommend my schedule for everyone. Okay, so I get out of work around 4, and then from there, it takes me about an hour to get home. So instead of heading home, I'll just go straight to my jiu-jitsu class and I'll read this book called Beyond Order: 12 More Rules for Life by Jordan Peterson. That's what I'm reading currently at the moment. I'm like a third of the way finished. Really cool book. I strongly recommend it. Okay, so after that, I get to the jiu-jitsu gym like around like 5 or 5:15. From there, I'm there for an hour. So now it's like around like 7. Okay. From there, I head home, and I pretty much make it a goal to go to sleep anywhere from like 8:30 to 9:30. And all that time, I'm either organizing my room, praying, and Lord willing, I want to start making these videos. But I try to be really, I try to make an agenda for myself. And so that's why I'm describing to you my whole agenda. These are things that I might not really want to do. Short term, very, very short term. In the sense of, I'd rather be on my bed and just sleep. I'd rather pull out my phone and get on TikTok. I'd rather have the easy short-term success. But it's like, there's no long-term gain in that, especially us as Christians. We will be accounted for everything that we have done in this life. So it's really important how we live our life. Very, very, very important. And it's like, okay, let's assume you're coming from the aspect of, Samuel, I get that, but I don't have that pull to discipline myself and to also I don't have that strong pull to have a deep relationship with Christ. And my, like, at least one answer I would give to you is, the thing about being a Christian is that it requires you to strive. It requires you to forcefully enter. In the sense of, there's these spirits, there's your flesh, there's these the way that Paul puts it is, our fight isn't against flesh and blood, but against spiritual, like pretty much against the spiritual world. And the thing is that when you pray, when you put in all this effort in, and look, it's not about perfection. Yeah, sure, I try to go to the gyms 6 days a week. There was a week where I only went like 2 or 3 days, you know, and that was like, it's like, I'm not gonna get all butthurt. Like I get disappointed in myself. I try to be hard on myself because there's no one else around me to push myself. I try to balance it out though, because I don't want to be like, oh, Samuel, like, you know, just beat myself down. Obviously, like, we have lives to live. Okay. With all this said, you guys, having an agenda, pushing yourself to do things that you might not want to do short-term wise, but long-term wise is really good for you. It's really good for you guys. The reason why I talk about agenda right now, because you're like, Samuel, like, I thought you were talking about discipline, is because discipline requires you to do things that you might not want to do, and it pushes yourself to strive forward a goal that is not easy to attain, and it might not be easy to attain because of the work that you need to do to get there. And so, like, one of the reasons, for example, why I'm in jiu-jitsu classes, is to put even more discipline on my life, to do things that I might not want to do, but I give it my all, I give it my heart, because life is short. And so if I can discipline myself with the help of Christ, that way I may shine for his glory, I have to try. I have to be willing to try, because I don't know. I don't know what tomorrow holds. I don't know if someone at Walmart might need prayer. So you have to sacrifice. You have to be willing to sacrifice and, for example, fast. And be prepared. We don't know what tomorrow holds, but I guess for those of you watching this video and are in a moment where you're just like, man, like, I have no discipline, I have no relationship with God, I don't know what to do. Honestly, it's kind of like seeing a big mess of trash. The only way it's going to get cleaned is just by starting. And you might not, you will probably mess up so bad at the very beginning stages, but that's the point. Because consistency also, discipline also requires consistency. They work hand in hand. Keep pushing yourself. You got this. Anyways, I hope this video kind of helps out. This next time, I don't know exactly yet what we'll talk about, but I do believe that there's different areas in discipline that we can work in. I kind of want to give off more examples. I find examples very helpful, but if there's anyone of you guys in the comments who want to give examples or something, I would love to read them, and I'd love to have a conversation with you. Anyways, God bless you guys. Stay Christ, stay at it, stay focused, stay disciplined. I love you guys. Jesus bless you. Bye.